Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, April 14th. It is 6:19 right now. Market is going to open in about 11 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick, then we'll get started with our session for today. So that right there, that's good. That's good. Couple last minute things right here, and we should be good to go. Good. All right. Looks like everything's pretty much good to go. Let me go and set up this link to you guys here in the premium. All right. All right, cool. Looks like we're good to go. Let me go ahead and let people into the room real quick. Solid. All right, as people make their way in, I'm going to go ahead and start marking up the liquidity real quick. Hey guys, morning Stern, morning Vince, morning Peter. All right, let me get this going right here. Got some liquidity below, not too much, like 2 areas of liquidity. There's actually a lot more liquidity on the top side. We'll go over the bias today. So maybe there's going to be a bias today with regard to retail sentiment, but we'll have to see because the market hasn't really been one-sided for a while now. So there's actually a lot of liquidity on the bottom side. That's it for that right there. Hey, solo morning. Morning, Marlon. Morning, Fahad. Morning, David. Morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, April 14th, guys. It's 6:22 right now. Market is going to open in about 8 minutes. So I got this liquidity set up over here on the clean chart. Let me go ahead and on the markup chart. I set it up over here on the clean chart as well. So we got some right there. Hey, Lisa, morning. Morning, Rashida. Morning, Fahad. Morning, David. Yeah, technically this might be the last day of the week, guys, because tomorrow is a holiday, so just FYI. So you guys might want to be a bit careful with, taking entries today, because there's going to be a lot of uncertainty. Like some people are going to close out of the trades early, like some people are going to call it a week by today. And there's either going to be no volatility today, or there's going to be a lot of volatility. So it can be on both ends. Either people are going to be pulling out early for the week because it is a week. It is a holiday tomorrow. And if you guys aren't familiar with the holiday, it's Good Friday. So just FYI, if you guys aren't familiar with it, we did cover it on Monday. That's why tomorrow we're having our mentoring session at 9 a.m. because we're not really, I'll have to check the calendar because I'm not sure if there's going to be volatility or not. Probably not. So what we might do is we might start with the live session. If there's nothing good to take, then we'll just, transition over to the mentoring session right after. So we'll be checking that shortly. All right, so everything's marked up over there on the clean chart. Everything's marked up here on the market chart as well. Andreas, morning. Morning, Rick. Morning, Dell. Morning, Maria. Morning, Matt. Morning, everybody. Morning, Jez. Rick said there was no volatility at 5:30 news. Let me check out the news real quick. I think that'll be one of the first things for us to take a look at. So today is Thursday, April 14th. There was news here at 5:30. It was core retail sales and retail sales. Looks like core retail was positive, retail was negative, unemployment claims were negative, import prices were positive. So let me go and check that. We also have news at 7 and 7:30. So let me just mark that up right here, 7 and 7:30. So we got one right there at 7. We got another one right here at 7:30. Mark that up over here as well on the clean chart. All right, so there was news at 5:30, which was right over here. So it looks like price did drop after the news right here. Price, initially came up, faked out, came right back down, and then it's coming back up to retest the news price. I mean, we'll see where it goes from there. Doesn't look like it moved like a crazy amount, but it did move a bit. So let's see. Actually, I put that in the wrong place. 5:30 was right here. So yeah, price kind of faked out to the upside, then it dropped, right back down. Internet, morning. Morning, C-Suit, morning, Miles, morning, Professor, morning, everybody. People are still making their way in, so I'll get a few more minutes. But yeah, for the most part, price is pushing to the upside. I did look at retail sentiment over here. Retail sentiment is currently 55% short, indicating that 55% of retail traders are selling right now. So if they're selling, we definitely want to be buying. Looking over here at the fundamentals are currently only up about 6 points. So it's not very strong. We do have retail sentiment, but we don't have fundamentals with a strong bias at all. Even so, the retail sentiment here is not that strong either. It's 54% short. So this can easily shift to the long side, right? So there's no real specific direction to be trading in yet. We'll see when the market does open, but currently right now, there's no direction with regard to retail sentiment that's heavy enough for us to really follow. Neither is there a strong fundamental bias here as well. So we'll see. If there is no bias, then we might just have to take the breakout in whatever direction that it gives off, on open. If we do take the breakout, it's been kind of difficult to really decipher exactly where it's going to be going because there just hasn't been much direction with regard to the confluences, but we should be able to at least figure out where it's going with regard to momentum. Right here, we have a bullish momentum. So if we have a strong bullish candle on open, then we can possibly take this for, a buy, vice versa. If we get a sell signal here from now until open, which is at 6:30, we can be looking for a possible sell. So currently right now, there just isn't much for us to look at. We got to give it some more time because price can easily just bounce back and forth as we get closer to opening price. Morning, Steven. Morning, Ruin. Morning, everybody. I think that was it for us to look at today. I don't know if there was any news in CNBC today, but thanks to Fahad for letting me know because I totally forgot. Yet tomorrow is a holiday. So today is going to be acting as a Friday because the market is going to be closed tomorrow. We're either going to get no volatility or very low volatility, like the type of movement that we get during any other holiday, like Christmas or anything like that. So other than that, I don't think there's any other updates with regard to the Ukrainian war. Basically, it says Moscow says Finland, Sweden will be new opponents if they join NATO. Russian warships seriously damaged. So we'll see what, the war is not getting any better. They've been talking about peace talks pretty much all month. There hasn't really been much peace at all. So we'll see where it goes from there. The war is kind of on the back burner now. It isn't getting any better. It's just, it's war. So we're not expecting that to end anytime soon. Hey, Mauricio, morning, Maddie. Morning, JJ, morning, everybody. All right, guys, market's going to open in about 2 minutes. We currently still have a bullish momentum going right here. So when the market does open in the next 2 minutes, we'll be looking for a possible strong green candle to take a possible breakout. However, one thing that you want to keep in mind is that there is a Asia high right here. There's a purple sessions. So with that said, it's going to be a bit risky to take any buys here because if price reaches that point, there'll be one of two things that'll happen, right? Price will either reject right off it or it'll break above and continue pushing up. So you really don't want to risk it when trading in an area like this, because this is just going to indicate manipulation, right? Unless you know exactly where it's going, it's going to be a huge risk for you to take any trades that are going to be around this area, because you can easily make profit or you can easily lose a lot of profit. Hopefully the former, where you make profit, not where you lose any. And you can see right here, price is now breaking right through the sessions, which is okay. But this is also a bad thing too, because when this happens right here, you start to get a retracement, right? Whenever you get a huge candle like that, there tends to be a retracement. And there he goes with the retracement right there. Price did break above. This doesn't necessarily mean price is going to keep pushing up. Price could have just pushed up here and then it'll fake out. It'll either fake out where price does one of two things. So price is now broken above it. And you can see the fake out right here. Price kind of pulled back where it was looking like it was going to retrace. And so this is what happens when price breaks above there. Price will come down. It'll retest the sessions, right? And you can see exactly where it tested from. It came down and tested it perfectly. From that point, one of two things happens. Price either bounces off or it just corrects back down to where it was previously, right? Right back down. As you can see right here, price is pushing up higher, but I still wouldn't chase a big push like this. And the market is now open. Where is the market open? I don't know if my clock is lagging, guys, because it looks like, yeah, this is the opening candle. Sorry, guys, my bad. So this is technically the breakout right here. For some reason, my clock wasn't moving with time on my computer. It said that it was still a minute behind, but this is technically the breakout right here. I'm not going to take it because it's pushed up too big or too far, actually. I'm worried that this is going to come back and just pull back at some point. I'll be following it. Maybe I'll catch like the last little push over here, but I'm not going to enter right away because it's just too risky for me to enter if it pulls back. It's just way too overextended. You guys can see right here is a big push. Whenever you get a big push like this, it tends to retrace, right? It tends to retrace maybe halfway and then it comes back up. So I'm not going to take this breakout. If you guys want to take it, feel free. I'm not going to risk my profits from this week taking something as risky as this. It's just way too overextended. However, it does fall in line with the retail sentiment over here. Retail sentiment is currently 55% short. So we're obviously looking for buys here, but it's just too risky for me to hop in and want to ride that along. So there he goes. It starts to push up higher. I'd be really, really cautious taking a trade right here. Yeah, nice. Brock said he took it and exited small, partial, and risky. Yeah, I agree. It's just too risky. It's just too overly extended. I'll wait for another entry to come up. But currently right now, because the thing is, it already hit all the liquidity, right? We had all the liquidity sitting right here, right here, right here, and right here. Price pretty much hit liquidity on this pre-market candle. And then it just shot all the way up and it hit the last area of liquidity right here. And as you can see, the strength of this candle just kind of, or this direction kind of just died down a bit. Generally with this breakout, we're expecting it to push right through. The problem is that the volatility came before the market even opened. So we had like a pre-market push and it just kind of died out when the market actually opened right here. Fahad said it froze as soon as I got in. Nice work, Steven. Steven actually got into it and then he hit his TP. So Steven's already out. Looks like you made your 1,000 for the day, Steven. So great work. Eunice said earnings were released today. Thanks, Eunice. Yeah, I had no idea earnings were being released today. Lisa got in pre-market. Nice work, guys. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that's probably what pushed it, Eunice. It was the earnings. I didn't even realize there was earnings today, but that's probably what pushed it pre-market. Nice, Fahad. Fahad's MT4 froze, unfortunately. Fahad's MT4 froze. He had to exit on his phone. He made 297, which is fine. You still made a pretty solid profit off it. We'll continue following this, guys, but I'm not in this position. If you guys are just joining the room, just a reminder, this is a very risky entry because the move happened here pre-market. Market open right here at 6:30, and it seems like the clock was lagging on my end, so I didn't really have the opportunity to catch the actual opening time. We'll keep following it, but as I mentioned earlier, it's a very risky entry to take because price is super overextended, and as you can see right there, it is pushing up higher. Attempted to catch. Okay, I did. I caught the last little push right here, guys. Sorry, I was going to tell you guys. I mean, that's what I said earlier. I said if it pushes up here, I'll catch the last little push, and I just caught that last 100 pips right there. So it happened way too quick. As soon as price pushed up, I did get some slippage. It's weird. So my chart, it said that I was up 1,300. I closed out with only 810. So weird, huh? I'll have to check my that's so weird. I was literally looking at it and it said that I was up, but whatever, it is what it is. Anyways, full TP on the breakout right there. If you guys caught it, big congrats. It was a very risky trade, so that's why I didn't catch the full move, and I didn't double dip into it. If there was liquidity sitting around this area, then yeah, I would have double dip into it, and I might have caught like multiple trades, but I didn't necessarily catch the full move there. I just caught like 100 pips, which was towards the end, and it's still going up. This is pretty crazy. It's pushing up this heavy. I guess this is probably because of the earnings, because there's no other news. I guess there's high inflation readings. It looks like a late reaction to the news earlier. So it says Dow rises Thursday as investors digest earnings, high inflation readings. So it could be, earnings is one of the factors here, plus the high inflation readings. So if you go over here and you look at the news from this morning, the inflation news was, actually, it wasn't even inflation news today. It was just retail sales. The inflation news from yesterday was positive though. So it's just a late reaction to the news. So like they were basically, market was reacting to the inflation news from yesterday on the 13th, and they were tying that in with the earnings. So, you put two and two together, kind of push price up quite a bit. Remy said, see you guys later. Full TP just before getting dragged out by my wife. All right, Remy, we'll see you tomorrow. Other than that, let me just give a screenshot over here so that you guys can know to pull out if you guys are still in position. There's and the breakout hit every single day today. I don't know if you guys follow the breakout this week, but literally every day today, or every day this week, the breakout has hit full TP. Huge push to the upside. So if you guys follow the strategy, I mean, great. For me, I just found it to be a bit risky, so I don't really follow it as we normally do. Here's take a screenshot of my profits as well, and then we'll go through with our analysis for the rest of the day. So let me see. I'm curious what my other accounts locked in. MT4 is like super laggy right now. There we go. Yeah, it's weird. I only unlocked an 810 off my main account. Let me see what my other account did. My copiers. So my copier locked in 870 as well. I was kind of hoping for some slippage there in my favor, but okay, there was some slippage here on my copiers. So on my MFF, I'm at 1,180. My other copier, 1,180 as well. My fifth account is. Check the fifth one. So there was slight slippage, but okay. Not too much though. My other account clocked in 850. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird because like, unless the spread was super wide, it might have been the spread too, because there was so much volatility at that time. But here are my profits real quick. All right, so here are my profits from that trade right there. You can see this is my main account with the green strip because it hit my TP. I locked in 810 off this account. My copy over here locked in 870, some slippage in my favor. Here's my MFF, a bit more slippage, locked in a total of 1,180. My other MFF copier, 1,180. And then my fifth account right here for 850. So as you can see, all my accounts here have different prices with regard to my profit. So there was some slippage, but I was hoping there was going to be more slippage in my direction, but it's all good. It happens. That partial case US30. Let's go. All right. Emojis aren't working. There we go. I'll go over everyone's profits right now as well. So if you guys have profits to send in, feel free. You can see prices now starting to come back down. This is why I tell you guys not to chase the push whenever it's pushing super far out like that. Unless it hits like, you know, a price point where I'm looking for, like, for example, I only took the last push right here because if it reaches this far up to the breakout, it's going to finish the breakout, right? It never really gets like that close and then not finish it. So that's the reason why I only take the last, 100 pips at the end. It's not something that I always recommend people do unless like you're very confident with the entry. Also, another reason why I took that entry there was because the retail sentiment lined up with that entry there, right? So retail sentiment was like 55% short or 60% short, indicating that we should be taking buys. So since price was pushing in the direction of my bias, that's why I was inclined to take a trade. However, it's not one that I would continue holding on to because as you guys can see right here, price is now coming back down. Price is probably going to go into a range. I don't think it's going to go straight to opening price just yet. There was actually a V1 right here. You can see the double wick for both double wick and double body. So if you guys did take that trade there, nice work. I wouldn't have taken it because that would have been against the bias. But you can see right here, would have hit full TP as well. So if you guys are familiar with all the strategies, I'm sure some of you guys did catch that. And a lot of you guys here are riskier traders. I'm pretty sure Rick probably caught that because he's trying to catch it right back to the open, which I could see happening. I don't know if it'll happen right now, but at the moment, I think price is going to go into a range because after a big push like this, price will range. And then eventually price will break out to the upside or it'll break out to the downside, right? No difference. So other than that, let's see if there's anything else here for us to follow along. Let's see, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna look at everyone's profits. So it looks like a lot of you guys locked in profits off that. Dell over here took the buy as well for the breakout, locked in a total of 768. Great work, Dell. We got Andreas over here locked in 492 off the breakout as well. Great work, Andreas. He's been safer. So what Andreas has been doing is he's been going for half TP, which is perfectly fine, right? He only went for half TP, still made about 500 bucks off that one trade. Scotty over here as well, locked in a total of 1,275. Great work, Scotty. Barack over here locked in a total of 1,048. Nice work, Barack. And then Dell locked in a couple more profits right here, currently up 1,140. He double dipped, quadruple dipped into this 1, 2, 3, 4, all straight full TPs, green strips. So amazing work right there, guys. You guys are doing real good to kick off the morning. Nelly over here as well. He took some buys here for the breakout, moved to stop loss and profit, locked in a total of 221 for the day. Nice work, Nelly. Rick over here locked in a total of 2,139. He did exactly what I just said he was going to do. So Rick did. He took the buy here for the breakout. You can see the timestamp. And then he took the sell right here on the way back down, moved to stop loss and profit. Price spiked up, kicked him out, but he did lock in some solid profits off, that account right there. So great work, Rick. Sisuk said, I'm out, going to enjoy the weekend. Had a great week. Not going to chance it. So he locked in a total of 4,080 for the day. He took a breakout right here as well. You can see the green strips. He let them hit TP. You can see the timestamps right here. He took these two bigger trades for the breakout earlier, 630 and 632. Great work, Sisuk. Tiana over here as well. Tiana locked in a total of 4,280. Looks like she took the breakout here as well at 6 o'clock, 6:30. Made some profit, wrote it back down right here off that V1 and pretty much stacked up off those moves right there. So great work, Tiana. Other than that, we got Kenny over here, or we got a couple other people. Lisa over here locked in a total of 1,257 off that breakout. Total profit of 2,390 for this morning. Great work, Lisa. Lisa's holding it down over there in Bali for us. We got Bianca over here. Bianca locked in a total of 2,226. Nice work, Bianca. Tiana again right here, 4,280. We got R over here, took the breakout at 633, locked in a total of 1,370. Looks like you got in a little late, but you still locked in some pretty solid profit off it. Kenny here as well, currently up 1,487. Nice work, Kenny. You took the breakout right here at 634 and 635, double dipped into it, locked in a total of almost 1,500 right there. So as you guys can see, if you guys just take the breakout, I mean, you guys can make some pretty solid profit just to, I mean, pretty much round up the day. You know, if you guys don't want to trade all day, you guys can just take the breakout like Steven and a lot of other people here. You don't even have to take the full breakout. You can take partial movement and still make some solid profit as long as you're using a proper lot size. Charles over here as well, locked in a total of 502. Nice work, Charles. Looks like you missed the breakout, but you caught it on its way back down off that double V1 right there. Valentine over here. Nice work, Valentine. He dipped into the breakout about 5 times because you can see the timestamps here. He was only in these trades for like about a minute. He made 3 entries right here, all full TP, and then he took another 2 right here. So total profit of about 6,000 right here. So amazing work right there, Valentine. So if you guys are smart about double dipping into the trades, this is how I trade as well. I don't usually take it for the full move. I'll go in for like 100 pips and I'll just stack on top if there's liquidity sitting there. Other than that, Marlon over here, great work, Marlon. Marlon locked in a total of 1,035. Looks like her first trade right here. Looks like you kind of followed the directions that we talked about. She actually let her trade hit TP here. She usually like exits early. Looks like your second one here, you maybe gotten scared and pulled out a little bit. So you did pull out right here. And you locked in a total of 485. This when you pulled out a little early. This one you actually let run to TP, locked in a total of 585 right here, total of about 1,035. So great work, Marlon. Yeah, Marlon said LOI, did still working on it. No, but you did it on that first one, Marlon. So great work. And you're actually taking my advice and using it to your benefit, because a lot of people will ask me for advice. I'll give them advice and they don't listen to anything. But you actually listened, and it's working on your trade psychology right here. So great work, Marlon. Steven over here as well. Steven locked in a total of 1,140. So Steven's been locking in $1,000 every day today or this week. So $1,000 right here. Yesterday he locked in 1,075. The day before that, April 12th, locked in 1,500. So great work, Steven. He woke up late on Monday, so he couldn't take the trade, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, straight profits. So nice work, Steven. And this is the only trade Steven takes. All he takes is the breakout. If you can be just like Steven, make 1,000 a day, I mean, you could be pretty well off doing that consistently and not losing. Milzon over here locked in a total of 1,185 off the breakout. Nice work, Milzon. Rashida over here locked in a total of 1,650 off the breakout. She triple dipped into there. They're all within 1 minute span. This was a little bit later, but great work right there, Rashida. And then her second account over here, she locked in a total of 1,265. And she did the same thing just on her other account. Looks like it's her copier. So great work, Rashida. Other than that, it looks like that's everyone's profit so far. Rick over here as well, currently up 2,904. All right, guys, great work. The dude is asking if this was a double body. This one right here wasn't a double body because it needs to be at the same, if it's a double body, it has to be right at the same body. You can see this green candle slightly below it. So no double body right there from that one. This was a double body right here though. However, I'm not looking to take any sells just yet, even though I do think price can come down to opening price right here. I'm still not going to take any sells because last thing I want to do is take a speculative sell against the direction of bias and then end up getting caught, right? So sentiment right now is currently 57% short. Price will probably bounce when it gets to opening price, right? Your price might come down and then bounce right off it. So just be careful if you guys are taking sells. Not to scare you guys with taking sells here, but you got to keep in mind that today's technically our Friday because tomorrow's a holiday. So you're going to see some some riskiness right here. And Maddie sees demanded opening price as well. So I'm going to catch that balance too, Maddie. I'm going to look for it. And we'll see if it bounces from there. All right, guys, so great profits here. I mean, I wasn't expecting this much profit to be posted off that breakout because a lot of people are kind of worried to take it. Miles over here as well took the breakout and caught on his way back down, locking a total of 586. So big bunch of profits over here for everybody. Let me scroll up real quick. See if there's anything else. 19 is asking, is there an easy way to put a trailing stop loss when it's going up? I'm not sure because I don't use trailing stop losses, 19, but I know there's probably like an EA you can use, like some sort of indicator on MT4. I personally don't know, but I know other people in the group have used it before. So if you want to try it out. Mauricio said MT4 froze again, managed to exit my phone at 845 profit. Nice work, Mauricio. Randy said the 10-minute daily just hit TP. I don't think the daily came yet, Randy. So the daily happens after 6:30. 6:30 right here. So the daily technically hasn't come yet. There's technically an entry here for a V3. So price might be coming down a bit lower. Maybe I'll be tempted to catch like a little bit of this push to the opening price. So maybe I'll just try to catch like 100 pips there or so. Keep watching it to see if it drops something lower. But yeah, there's a V3 here that's currently running. It's actually a really big push. The only problem with this here is the fact that it's like right next to the session. So you guys want to be a bit careful entering trades at this point. I've been taking a lot of V3s here off the 10-minute though, because they've been playing out almost perfectly. So we'll see over here. See if I can catch this. Little push over here. Price volatility is kind of low though. So volatility is slowed down quite a bit. So there's a V3 here running off the, it's a really big push though. So if you guys want to take it, maybe you want to move your stop loss and profit as price starts to move lower. Let me see how far is the push from here. I'm going to try to dip into this like little push, maybe like 100 pips or so, because it's like a 700 pip drop right here. I'm going to try to catch like 100 pips. What the fuck, dude? I can't pull out of my fucking trade. Oh, dude, I'm in profit 2,000. I can't close out of it. Okay, there we go. Okay, my MT4 is tripping me out right now, guys. I was trying to get out and it froze on me. I was trying to get out at 1,000. And then it pulled me out. I made 2,000 off. Okay, whatever. It worked in my favor. But I clicked it and my MT4 is literally frozen. Like it said the profit was moving, but the X button was missing. So yeah, I caught like 100 pips right here off this. I entered off this, Maddie. I entered off the V3 here on the 10. So when it pulled back right here to opening price, I entered right there for a sell. I had my DOM open, so I was trying to wait for it to pull out, but it wouldn't pull me out. So I hit close. And it wouldn't close. So I was like, what the hell? And then I ended up ran into more profit. So I'm probably gonna hold off a little bit until I mean, I'm probably gonna be done for the day, honestly. That was kind of stressful because I was trying to pull out. I was worried because this is what happens sometimes. You're in a position, it freezes and it just shoots up for whatever reason, just spikes up, right? So I was kind of worried that was going to happen. But I'll show you guys. I'll send you guys my profits right now. Yeah, Mauricio said, what the heck is up with MT4 this week? Not good for blood pressure. Yeah, because when you guys said it was freezing, I didn't realize it was actually freezing on my end too until that last trade. Rick said, I like watching Sean freak out. Reminds me that he's not one of Elon's robots. Right, Rick? All right. So let me give you guys a quick explanation why I took the sell here. The reason why I took the sell here was because we had a V3 here off the 5-minute, right? I mean the 10-minute, sorry. If you guys have been following me for like the past week or 2 weeks now, I've been telling you guys that I've been testing this on the 10-minute and it's hit almost every single time. I don't think I've seen it not hit during New York session. Another reason why I was inclined to take this sell here was because we were following Rick's back to open strategy, right? And it did come back to open. Look where price is rejecting from. This blue line. This is the opening price. So price came down and we knew price was going to come and test that. One thing that I would be worried about is the bounce here. So I wouldn't be holding it for too long because I wouldn't be surprised if price just shoots right back up. However, I gave you guys that warning because as you can see right here, there's multiple sessions, right? We have the Asia high right here. We have the New York high right here, and we have the Asia low. So the problem with entering trades when price gets near these points is that price tends to bounce off them, right? It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen, but price tends to bounce off them. Sometimes it'll come down lower, and then it may bounce off the next level right here. So just be careful if you guys are entering any of these positions. I know it goes against the bias, but there were other confluences that were indicating us to take the sell here. Mostly the back to open right here, but you can see where price is having trouble breaking below, right? It's breaking below, but not closing below. So you might want to be a bit careful if it bounces right back up. Rick said, I'm still in that. So Lisa said, night all, happy Easter holidays. Definitely, Lisa. Have fun in Bali. We'll see you back here on, well, I'll be back tomorrow. If you guys want to be on the session tomorrow, I'll be here. But if not, we'll see you back here on Monday, Lisa. Let me just screenshot my profits real quick. I'm going to post them in the group. Damn. That kind of gave me a scare with the MT4. It's weird, my copier didn't catch the slippage though. Go figure, right? It caught it on the main account, but not the copier. It looks like the copier had a late reaction, so it probably just entered or exited later, which is all right. I mean, it happens. Yeah, my copiers kind of didn't have as much profit as my my main account because MT4 froze, so I guess it closed out on, or it closed late on my copier, but then on my main account, but then my copiers kind of reacted even later. I'm just glad that it's in profit. If it was a loss, then I would have been pissed and I would have messaged FTMO right now to refund me those trades. All right. So we're good. Nice. That pushed up my profits super heavy. Oh man. My profits this week so far are pretty nice. I'll give you guys a screenshot of that as well when I open up my my copier. Anyways, let me just post this up real quick. And there you go with the bounce right here. There's no entry that's available, but the bounce did happen, right? It came down, bounced off opening price, and then shooting right back up. Here, let's see. Nice. Rick said he's up another 2K, made 900 off that. Ruin said 10-minute V3 TP. It didn't hit TP yet, Ruin, because it's a big move. It's 1,500 pips. However, it's not one that I would recommend holding on to the full move, right? Because it's right at these sessions. So if you guys remembered, I don't trade around the sessions area. So whenever price gets near these sessions, I don't trade around there because price tends to bounce off them. But it can also break through. So either or, you're going to be gambling at that point because you have like a 50-50 opportunity, 50% chance opportunity, whether it'll bounce off or whether it'll break through. Scrolling down, Mauricio is asking, is MT4 issues only with FTMO? I don't think so, Mauricio. I think it's just MT4 as a platform because there's a lot of weird movement today. Sam said Monday is also a bank holiday in the UK and some of Europe. How about USA? I don't think it's a holiday for us, Sam. Not that I know of. Oh, gotcha, Ruin. Gotcha. Okay, cool, perfect. Yeah, you said you got stopped out in profit on the V3 sell. Yeah, it's just that it's too big of a move, right? Usually I don't like entering when it's this big of a move. I like it when it's like less than 1,000 pips. Closer to 500 pips is like my sweet spot because I could get in and out pretty quickly. You guys can see another V3 right here that came up. If you took that earlier, another full TP right there for 880 pips, no drawdown. So I really like the V3s on the 10-minute. However, when I do take them, I tend to either double dip or like pull out early. Let me just post my profits real quick from that trade there to show you guys. Sometimes MT4 will freeze up and work in your favor. Sometimes it won't. Today it did, thankfully. So here are my profits now so far for the day. Here's my main account. It has the green strips right here indicating that it hit my TP. I locked in a total of 2,330 off this account. Here's my copier. I locked in a total of 1,885. Here's my MFF count. I locked in a total of 2,980. Here's my copier over here. Also 2,980. And then my fifth account over here locked in a total of 2,850. So pretty solid so far across all my accounts. I mean, at this point, I've made pretty solid off these two trades today. So I mean, I can kind of take it easy if I want, but let me just give a little update here. Quick partial profit. Yeah, running to US30 P3. I posted this in the other groups, but post right now, I guess. All right. So it looks like a lot of you guys here sent in your profits as well, so I will go take a look at them. So let me scroll up real quick. Kenny over here currently up 1,794. Nice work, Kenny. Al over here as well, locking a total of 768. So great work all around, guys. You guys are killing it. Let me just push this over here in the other groups as well. All right, solid. Yeah, that's it for right there. Unfortunately, Rashida's copier didn't catch it. Her main account did catch it though. So her main account over here locked in a total of 2,551. Right here, those are the sells she just took. She let it run to TP. So nice work right there, Rashida. Nice work on self-control, letting that hit TP. I think that's everyone's problem, right? Letting it run to TP. But yeah, no, great work right there, Rashida. Other than that, let's see if there's anything else that I'm missing here. Vincent as well. Locked in a total of 466. He caught that sell with me too. So nice work, Vincent. And then we got Marlon over here as well. She said she caught that sell with me. So she locked in a total of 1,612. Great work, Marlon. And she let that hit TP. I got to remind, I got to let you guys know, whenever I see people hit the TP, that's really a good thing because you guys are working on your trade psychology. A lot of people pull out of trades too early because they get scared. But the more and more that you let the trades actually hit TP, the more and more you'll trust the strategies that we're applying here, and it will, help you guys become a better trader overall. So great work, Marlon. Other than that, I think that's it for right now. We got R over here as well, locking a total of 2,090. And you guys can see these are all different people in K2. It's not just a handful of people, right? It's not like 1, 2, 3, or 5 people. This is like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 people here that are locking in profit. So, if all these people can do it, so can you. You just got to put in the work and actually learn what we're doing here. So other than that, let me see if there's anything else for us to look at. I'm no longer in this position right here. Maybe I'll hop back in later, but currently right now I'm not in the position because price did bounce off opening price. So my whole confluence there has, it's been eliminated. We're still going back to our overall bullish bias here. And the reason why we have a bullish bias is because retail sentiment over here is currently 55% short, indicating that there's 55% of retail traders on the short side. So I want to do the opposite of everybody. If everyone's selling, I'm going to buy. Looking over here at the fundamentals are currently at 194 points. So this indicates that the fundamentals are strong for a bullish confirmation. Retail sentiment's also telling us to take buys. So what are we going to do? We're going to take buys, right? We're not going to do the opposite. We're not going to be difficult. We're going to do what the market's telling us to do, which is to take buys here. So looking over here, there's a couple stocks here that are in the red. There's Apple, it's currently down. Microsoft, these are two of the bigger stocks within the US30, but majority of everything else here is pretty much green for the most part. This will probably swing back up at some point. It's just gonna be a matter of time because of the earnings. They probably didn't report great earnings, and this will probably bounce back. So we'll give it some time, but for the most part, we're definitely looking for some buys here. Not sure if I'm going to take any buys because my MT4 keeps freezing up. If it keeps doing that, then I might just sit it out. But I will be looking for trades, and I'll be letting you guys know if I see something here, which is, worth taking. Rick said, "I'm writing this back up now. LOL. What a day, man." Rick's gonna pass the challenge for like one day, just like he's been doing. If you keep hitting it, so yeah, same rules, Ruin, for the V3. Yeah, exactly. Ruin. Pretty much same thing. Same exact rules for the V10, the V3 here on the 10-minute. It doesn't matter what time frame you're on. Rules are pretty much the same. Other than that, Professor's asking, Sean, just curious, any reason you haven't maxed out MFF and TFF? I just haven't gotten around to it. It's just no specific reason. I mean, I maxed out my FTMO, and the thing is, when you start to do like other challenges, it just your focus goes elsewhere, right? So that's what I always tell people. Like sometimes I see people trying to do like 3 or 4 challenges at once and they fail all of them. But if you just do one and you focus on it, you're good. I'm still doing one TFF. I had an issue with TFF last, what was it, last week when MT4 was having issues. So unfortunately, what happened with my TFF was that it was on my copier. And when when the MT4 would not close, because remember it was freezing last week and we had issues with connectivity, it actually went past my daily drawdown. So I had to message them and they gave me another retry. So I had to start over on the TFF. So that's why I haven't done another TFF yet. I want to make sure that I get my payouts and all that before I start stacking those. MFF is fine though. But I would always recommend you guys start off with FTMO, because the thing is, if you can't pass FTMO, guys, you guys can't pass anything else. I don't know where everyone gets the idea where they think, oh, I can't pass FTMO, but I'll pass MFF or I'll pass TFF. It doesn't work that way. If you can trade, then you can pass all of them. If you can't trade, you can't pass any of them. So yeah, just keep that in mind, guys. I'm always going to recommend FTMO. It's going to be number 1. After that will be MFF, and then maybe after that will be TFF if and when I finish that up and get my payout from them. So other than that, see if there's anything else that I missed over here. Nice. Yeah, Rick says he's been in a tweak. Fuck getting out of a hole. Yeah, no, definitely, Rick. That's exactly what you got to do. You just got to stay consistent, get out of that hole and then stay consistent because you're doing pretty well. If you can do this every day, it's sky's the limit. It's just all about consistency. So guys, back to the price over here. Price is now dropping. Let me take a look at retail sentiment to see if it's changed at all. Retail sentiment is currently 57% short. It's still down there. Fundamentals are currently 100 points. So you can see now it's dropping. The fundamentals aren't very strong anymore because price did drop pretty heavily. Looking over here, I'm going to see if there's any updates on these. Still the same. It hasn't really changed too much. It's just you're getting a lot of manipulation because a lot of people made moves during the earnings release earlier, and then now people are trying to pull out. People are trying to buy the dip, etc. So you're going to see a lot of back and forth movement right here. Let me go ahead and draw some highs and lows right there. You can see price is now within a range. Earlier, you couldn't really see it because price was kind of bouncing back and forth. Now you can kind of see that price is basically just bouncing around this area, low, high, low, back into consolidation right there. So just, just keep that in mind. Rick said, I'll make 4K in the morning, then end up the day negative 4K. Yeah, I think when you reach that 4K, Rick, you just gotta call it a day and stop. That's why I'm on a schedule, guys. Like whenever I trade, I'm done at 8 o'clock. I don't trade anytime after it. I don't even open the charts. I mean, you might even get a late response from me through Telegram because I'm away from the computer, or I'll be on the computer while I'll be doing other stuff like non-trading things. So I think that could be the big step for you, Rick. Once you make X amount of profit, just call it a day. I think you should just have a goal. You should be like Steven. Like Steven has $1,000 goal every day. When he makes 1,000, he's done. And then he comes back the next day and does another 1,000. CT said, geez, 1 minute supply, sell with double body in and out. Yeah, right here. CT. Let's keep following it. Price is now coming down to these areas right here. This is news price from earlier this morning at 5:30. So as price starts to drop lower right here, price will possibly bounce off here and then head back up. Or price can drop below further, right? One thing that you guys want to keep in mind is that there's a lot of liquidity right here. So I think this might be the farthest, well, there's actually a lot of liquidity down here. Is this from yesterday? My bad, guys. I think I forgot to delete the, let me delete these right here. These are from yesterday. I was like, why is there so much liquidity down here? I haven't cleaned up the chart from yesterday. All right, we're good. Anyways, what I was going to say is that there's liquidity right here. So what you might see is price might come down. If it does break below here, it might spike down to this area. And then it'll, make a complete bounce back to the upside. Price is just correcting from earlier this morning. So if you guys remember, there was news today at 5 o'clock or 5:30. This pink line right here is news from 5:30. Price kind of dropped. Earnings were released, so price kind of skyrocketed. And now it's just correcting right back down. Because this is technically where price was normal, right? You can see price is moving normally right here. This big push right here was just from the earnings. So this is like a news push right here. And then price is just correcting right back down to where it was earlier. So just keep that in mind, guys. One thing that you guys always want to look at is the bigger picture. You want to make sure that you're looking at like where price was prior to all this news push from this morning. Because typically it'll just go right back down to where it was earlier, which is this area down here. So basically, let me just draw a rectangle. This is basically like where price was before news happened. So you can see where price kind of pulled back to. This is where price is pushing. You can see the blue line right here where opening price was. This is where the earnings came out, pushed up, and it came right back down. And then now it's back in the middle right here where it was prior to that news. So just FYI, if you guys, you just want to make sure you're looking at the entire, like the whole aspect of the chart, not just what's happening right now. You got to see what happened before the news happened over here. So back to what we were looking at, news over here, which was at 7 o'clock. Put news price right there as well. News price was right there. Same with that. All right, so let's see what happens when price reaches this point right here. Price is looks like it's bouncing off the sessions. What might happen is price might just bounce around this area and just go sideways right here. Nick said double wick on the 5 minute. Let me check real quick. Yeah, there's technically a V1 right here off the 5 minute. The problem with this here though is that it's right at the session. So I personally wouldn't take it. I don't like trade. Whenever prices are on the sessions, I'm not going to take any trades because you'll get a lot of manipulation here where price will either continue pushing up or it'll come back down below it. And when you take a trade like that, like I mentioned before, you're basically gambling. You don't want to have a 50% chance of price going in direction. You want to have some sort of house edge, right? You want to have like a 70% chance, 80% chance, maybe 90% chance in some instances with your trade going in your direction. I know Confluence here is indicating a buy. Fundamentals here are currently above 100 points. And the retail sentiment is currently, it's not very strong, 56%. So if this was a bit stronger, then maybe I would take it, but it's just too risky because it's right at the sessions right here. So you basically have a 50% chance whether it's going to play out or not. Let me scroll up real quick, make sure I didn't miss any questions. Yeah, nice work, Rick. Yeah, Rick said, seriously, I'm logging off to have a happy Easter egg hunt. Yeah, no, definitely, Rick. Smart move. Take your profits and run with them. Yeah, same with Sam here. Sam said triple confluence sell full TP, but it was at sessions, which smart move. I would have skipped it too. This one right here is like literally at the sessions, it looks like. Peter said, have a drink for me, Rick. Yeah, me too, Rick. Let's go back to the 5 over here. And there you can see prices kind of coming back down. Like you could have a chance of it pushing up or you could have a chance of it coming down. It's not a chance that I would recommend taking though. See how far did it push up from here? Here, I'll mark this up. I think for the 5 minute, I don't know, what do we use, 500 pips? I'll mark it up there, but I'm not going to take it. I'm just going to mark it to show you guys. But you can see here, price is kind of bouncing back and forth. Damn, I just realized that the 10 minute is still running here for a sell. It almost hit TP too. So if this hits TP, this is going to solidify what I was telling you guys earlier. These V3s on the 10 minute almost always hit. And I'm going to put a alert there so that we'll know. It's a big move too, 1,500 pips. So here's the thing with this trade here too, is that if the sell comes up, it's going to be another entry because it's going to be the daily for the 10 minute, which hasn't come up yet. So you guys can see here, it's a huge move for it to be hitting, but it's really close. The only problem with it is that it's going to have another sessions right here, right below. So just be careful with that. Again, right here, back to the 5, this is exactly why I wouldn't have taken it because it's right at the sessions. So if you're taking this, you'd be in some massive drawdown right now. Not massive, I guess. I'm over exaggerating it, but any drawdown to me is considered massive because I don't like being in drawdown at all. I don't like to lose trades and I don't like to be in any drawdown at all. I like just going straight to CP. It's less stress and you don't have to worry about much. Anyways, back to the 1 minute over here. Let me clean this up a little bit. Looks like we got some new liquidity right here, down below and up top right there. It's just a range at the moment. See if I could draw some more liquidity here on the clean chart to show you guys. But definitely a lot of choppiness in the market. And I'll show you guys real quick what I mean by that. So now that I've drawn the liquidity, you guys can see here, market open here at 6:30, right? So from 6:30 right here, price pushed up and then it came back down and then it pushed back up and then it came down further. So as you can see, price had an initial push to the upside. This is a big manipulated push. This is why I told you guys not to chase the buy, because at some point it's going to have to come back down, especially if it pushed up due to news. So price pushed up due to news. Now it's coming back down and it's basically regulating around this area. So this blue line right here, it's flatlining, right? The blue line right here is where price opened. So look where price currently is. It's back to open price, right? It's like this stuff never happened. This was a fake out to the upside. This was a fake out to the downside. And it's right back to where it was before the news happened or before opening happened, or the earnings was released and inflation news. It's literally just right back to where it was. So if you guys have been following me for a while, you guys will see that this pattern comes out all the time. It's pretty often where it comes up. Now that it's back to here, this is where you can kind of determine the bias, right? Is price going to go up? Is price going to go down? This is where you kind of disregard this noise right here that happened. And then it just goes back to where it was prior to that happening. So now you guys can look, but it is 7:18. So we have like about an hour left, or less than an hour until 8. Hopefully we'll see some sort of direction. I mean, if not, it's all good. We're going to keep looking for any possible entries here that will come up. So let me scroll down real quick. iPhone said prices touched daily supply and order blocks reversed after retesting the order block. Nice iPhone. Good analysis there. Maddie said 5 minute pending, 1 minute, 5 minute pending V1 body, but I wouldn't take it because sessions and news price. Yeah, same here, Maddie. Kenny's asking, hey, Sean, the mentoring session tomorrow is at what time? It's at 9 o'clock. So I guess tomorrow I can, well, I mean, we'll see. I'll try to go on. If the market's closed tomorrow at 6:30, then there's no point in us going live. But maybe I'll go live during our normal live session, and then we'll just carry that over into the mentoring session. So maybe we'll go on for a little bit. If there's nothing going on there, we'll just cut it out short, and then we'll start the mentoring session early. So it's scheduled for 9, but we might start earlier. And it's fine because a lot of people show up late anyways. So we'll probably be on maybe around 7 or 8, and then an hour into it, it'll be 9. So we'll have, you know, different sessions of people initially that will have questions, and then people after that will come with more questions. So tomorrow, 9 o'clock a.m. Pacific. Let me see if there's anything else here. All right, Nick, we'll see you tomorrow. Or we'll see you tomorrow or on Monday. Yeah, unfortunately, you ended with a loss. I'm not sure what happened with you, Nick, because I didn't have any losses this week. Maybe you had. I'm sure it's probably your connection issue with MT4, which you can get fixed. You just got to message them to have them check it out. Here, let me show you guys my profits for the week. I didn't have any losses, so I'm doing pretty solid. Let me just refresh my copier. So it has my trades. So let me just show you guys. And guys, this is like, you know, I rarely show you guys my profits like this because my job here isn't to show off to you guys. I don't care if you guys see my profits or not. This is just to show you guys that if you guys are consistent, you guys actually follow. Like these are all the trades taken on the live. I haven't taken any trades outside the live aside from like one pre-market trade yesterday, which could have been identified. So this is for the week, right? And this is for the day. So, I mean, if you guys are doing things properly and not necessarily taking your own trades, or you could take your own trades, but actually use the requirements that I give you guys should have no problem. I had 0 losses this week. So here's for the day so far: 2330 plus 1885 plus 2980 plus 2980 plus 2950. So this is for the day. This is just today, right? For this morning. And then this is for the week. And, you know, I have no reason to really show off to you guys because I do this all live. Like you can't fake live trades, and you guys see me take these trades like live with you guys. So if you just add it up, because the thing is, I don't look at my profits every day. I look at my profits at the end of the week. So this is for the week. And you can see right here, these are all my accounts. This is my main account, and then all my copiers here. It adds up. So if you guys can be consistent and, I mean, you know, in short terms, not fuck around, then you guys can easily, could easily build up. Because the thing is, I focus on wins. I don't lose trades. Like you guys have seen here on the live, I don't lose any trades because I'm really focused with what I'm taking. I don't mess around. I trade from 6:30 to 8. I'm done. Come back the next day, 6:38. I'm done. And then at the end of the week, it obviously you guys can see here that it adds up pretty nicely. So yeah, just to show you guys, you know, it's motivation for you guys to actually listen to what I say when I say I'm done for the day, right? Because the problem is a lot of people want to keep trading like 24 hours a day, and you end up losing all your profits after we get off this live. So yeah, no, exactly. Ruin said that's the key. Get done, be done. That's what I do. I focus for like 1.5 hours a day, 6:30 to 8, make my profit. I'm done. And you guys can do it too. It's not that difficult because I do it live with you guys every morning. Like the only trades I take with you guys are during these live sessions, and that's pretty much it. Rinse and repeat every day. All right. So other than that, guys, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. I don't really see anything here right now. I'll keep looking for trades, but you know, like I mentioned, you kind of have to understand like when's not a good time to trade. Right now, price is like in between news price. You can see right here, price is failing to break and close above it. what else is here? It's failing to break and close above it. There's opening price right here. There's sessions right here. It's just not a good area to trade in. So we got to wait for it to like break above and be around this area over here. But it just hasn't, just hasn't gotten there yet. I'm definitely not trading around this point. If you guys are not familiar, I don't trade around sessions. I don't trade around opening price, and I don't trade around news price. So basically all of these horizontal lines right here, and I can just turn some stuff off here to clean it up a little bit. So basically all of these lines here that go horizontally, if price is near them, I don't trade them at all, because you can see right here where the manipulation happens, right? So as I mentioned, whenever price breaks and closes past these lines, price will either shoot up or it'll reject off and come down. Same with this right here, right? Price came down, rejected off it, shot up, came back down, broke through it, faked out, came right back up. So I don't trade around these areas here at all. I wait for it to push out of it, because you start to run into a lot of manipulation if you trade around those areas. So, it's all about trading with the idea that price can go in your direction. So it's a game of probabilities, really. I only take trades where I'm very probable to win. I don't take random trades at all. Yeah, no, exactly. Ruin said, keep a journal of your trades. It'll keep you in line. Yeah, no, exactly. 100%. Matthew said, yeah, I think posting your end results for the day in the group, regardless of losses or wins, will help keep you accountable. Yeah, and I agree. So what Matthew is basically saying is, like, whether you have wins or losses, you should still post your profits in the group. Some people are nervous, or they're scared, or they're just ashamed, if they end up blowing their account, that they don't want to post their profits in the group. But you guys can see here that people here post their profits every day. This keeps you guys accountable. So if you guys screw up at the end of the day, I know it's going to suck, because you're going to feel like you screwed up, but it'll keep you accountable, so you don't just keep going into that deeper and deeper hole. Because if you screw up, like let's say, I don't know, is Rick here right now? Rick isn't here. So if you guys remember, I kind of went off on Rick this week. Well, me and Matt kind of did, because, well, what did Rick post? He posted that he posted like these losses, and I'm like, bro, why did you take those losses? Like, it didn't make any sense. And he was trying to explain himself, but I was like, it doesn't matter. Like, at the end of the day, you took those losses because you didn't follow directions. I forgot what group was it in. I think it was in here. Yeah, Rick's in here. And this isn't us picking on Rick. It's just really like, we want the best for him. We don't want him to keep falling in like this downward spiral. I think it was in the chat group. Okay, here it was. Yeah, right. So, Rick posted this, and I kind of just had to explain to him, like, bro, you can't, because Rick was taking strategies, and he was trying not to lose. But I was telling him, like, you still have to take losses. Like, if you hit your stop loss, don't hold on to it longer than you need to. And he was taking too big of a lot size here. So this is what I mean about, and what Matt means about being accountable. Because the thing is, Rick, I know it's going to suck if you guys post losses, but the people in the group here are going to check you. They're going to make sure that you're on point, so that you don't make those same mistakes in the future. Even though you keep making the mistakes, we'll make sure that you guys learn from them, and you guys don't keep getting stuck in that deep hole. So whether you win or whether you lose, post up your profits. That's really what it is, guys. It's going to help you guys get better. Anyways, price is still in this area right here. So I'm not ignoring the charts. There's just no entries to take. I'm not taking any trades around the sessions, opening price or news price. And that's exactly where price is right here. Back to the 10-minute, price still hasn't hit TP, but it's still running around. The 5-minute here as well. What might happen here on the 5-minute is this might hit TP. And then as soon as it hits TP, it'll drop back down. And then as it drops back down, it's going to hit the 10-minute TP right here. So this might push up slightly and then come right back down and hit TP. So it's basically a trade within a trade. This 10-minute trade is 1,500 pips. This 5-minute trade is 500 pips. So this can easily push up and hit its opening price right here, while the 5-minute hits its full TP, and then it comes back down, right? that's kind of what I see happening here. I don't see any clear direction, especially because right here on the 1 minute, you guys can see prices right in between all of these areas of manipulation. Yeah, Sam said I'm stubborn like Rick sometimes, and that's no problem, Sam. Like everyone's that way, you know. It's just Rick is he's open about it. Like he'll be open about his trades, his losses, his hardship, stuff like that. Some people are just quiet in the group, and I know there's a lot of other people who are in the same boat. But you know, sometimes you guys got to break out of the shell and get help so that you guys can get out of that. Yeah, no, exactly, Maddie, 100%. That's why, like for me, guys, I show you guys the, I show you guys the total at the end of the week, right? So that you guys can see that this is like the total right here with regard to, this was today's and this was yesterday's. So you guys can see the increase here because I didn't have any losses. So here's a screenshot from yesterday's week, and then here's from today, right? I don't compare them by the day, but you guys can see here that I didn't have any losses because I went from 10K on this account this week to 12K, and that's from the 2,000 increase right here. So it's just overall profits, guys. You guys want to look at the overall. It's okay if you guys have losses some days and then you bounce back the next day. Just as long as you close a week out in positive profits, that's really what the key is. Because if you guys can continue to do that and end each week in positive, that's what's really going to help you guys level up. Let's see if there's anything else over here. CT. All right, so CT said losses happened, had 2 today. Keep on with the method. Done for the day though, up 10K, 10,300. So yeah, nice work, CT. So as you can see right here, CT has a lot of wins. He did have losses, but he bounced back from them. So this is just, being accountable, guys. It doesn't matter if you make a lot of profit, little profit. It helps you guys, stay in line with what you guys need to keep doing to level up. So nice work, CT. Other than that, let me scroll up real quick. Some other profits here posted by the members. Let's see, Wesley over here posted his profits, locked in a total of well over 1,000 here, about 1,300. Nice work, Wesley. Scrolling down real quick. Patrick over here locked in a total of 3,582. Nice work, Patrick. Patrick said put in the wrong lot size on the last one. So he actually made triple what he normally does. So he usually makes around 1,000-ish. He made 3,000 on his last one. So he locked in some pretty nice profit off that right there. Professor said after several months, I'm finally getting it. I'm trading with discipline. I trade the breakout. I'm now looking to take trades back to open with a valid strategy. This is my first week with no losses. Total profit of 11,520, no losses, being accountable. Definitely nice work, Professor. So you've come a long way because Professor's been in the group for like you said, 7 months now, like nearly half a year or over half a year. And I know you went from like inconsistency to now consistency. So literally all wins, or not all wins, but overall wins for the week so far. So he took one trade or no trade on Monday, actually. One trade on the 12th, locked in 4,000. One trade on the 13th, locked in 5,000. And he's only taking breakout. Like the Professor is basically doing what Steven's doing. Barack over here as well, currently up 1,753. Nice work, Barack. And Sam over here as well, currently up about 1,200 almost. Nice work, Sam. Wesley over here as well, locked in another profit, currently up, well over 1,500, close to 2,000 now. Nice work, Wesley. All right, guys, you guys are all killing it. If you guys have any other profits to send in, feel free to send them in, and then I could add them to the list. Okay, other than that, I think that's it for right now. Okay, price did break above here, so this is a good thing. Price broke above, and there you go. Hit TP right there on the 5 minute. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes all the way back down. So I'm not sure who identified this. Someone in the group mentioned it earlier, the 5 minute V3. If you guys took it, great work. I didn't take it because I did find it to be a bit risky. Now I wouldn't be surprised if it comes back down. because now that it's hit the 5-minute TP, the 10-minute is still technically running. So just keep that in mind. It's a trade within a trade. It's a 5-minute within a 10-minute overall entry here. Some news over here too. Let's see if there's any news. Yeah, Maddie said there was news right here. It was neutral. Thanks, Maddie, for the little update right there. All right, cool. So news over here, let me check it real quick. News is currently at all right, so there's prelim UM consumer sentiment. It was positive. Business inventory is negative. Prelim UM inflation expectations neutral. So a little back and forth right there. Let me take a look at the retail sentiment. Retail sentiment is currently 55% short. So not really much right there. It's just short. 55%, which is not too much. It's not a huge confluence. The fundamentals here are currently up 155 points, so that's looking okay too. Let's see if there's anything else here. That I am missing. I think that's it for the most part. I mean, everything here is still indicating a bullish confirmation. This thing is weird. I don't know if you guys should be using this over here, guys, the IG website, because I don't think this is accurate. Yeah, this thing's changing so often. I don't think this is accurate right here. I would use the other one here, the one that's on daily FX, because this one seems like it's pretty consistent. Let me send the link right there in the group, guys. Yeah, because the IG one is not, it's been doing that for like the past couple of weeks. I think their system is kind of off because whenever you refresh it, this changes heavily, right? It goes from 55% short to 58% long to 55% short. I wouldn't use this right now, guys. Use the this right here. I just posted it in the Zoom. So if you guys want to use it, this is probably going to be more accurate because it's not flopping around like how the other one is. It just stays around 45, 55. And they got to fix that. I feel like people are getting screwed over using this here. I was going to hit up their chat, but it's whatever. Somebody will fix it at some point. Let me scroll up real quick. Yeah, no, exactly, man. I just saw your message above. Yeah, sometimes like, some people just need a wake up call if they're like in a hole and it helps them, get out of it. All right, so price is over here. It's above the news price, but it might just come right back down. So price did break above slightly. Might come down and then possibly bounce up higher, or it just might come right back down further. But yeah, as you guys can see, the volatility is super dead now. Price was moving super fast over here. Now it's just kind of died down a bit. So as we near the end of the session, it's 7:37 right now. So if you guys have any questions, I'm usually off by 8, but if you guys have any questions, I typically don't answer questions during the beginning of the session. But since we have a lot of free time right here, if you guys have any questions, just drop them in the chat, right? If you need help with any of the strategies and want me to cover anything, I can help you with that. If you guys need help with, I don't know, risk management, trade psychology, FTMO, anything like that, I can help you guys out. Just drop your questions in the chat and I can answer whatever you guys need help with. See whether that CT said the map is hot. Let me check the map real quick. Yeah, the map is hot. It's starting to turn red, a lot of these here. So here's what I think is going to happen, because I think price is going to dump from here. It's going to go back down because the 10-minute here, I think this is going to hit its TP at some point, right? So I do think price is going to come down. The only problem is that there's a bunch of sessions around this area over here. So that's why you guys might want to be a bit careful with taking, whatever type of trades here, because you might get caught in the bounce whenever it reaches the sessions over here. So just FYI, I'm trying to think about I kind of want to take another speculative sell here to write it down to the, and I did. Sorry guys, I didn't tell you guys I was going to take it, but I did take it. Because I know it's going to come down. I just wanted to come down to the sessions here. I took it for a quick 100 pips, pulled out, and then got out of it. Made about 1,000 off that. Yeah, no, exactly. So yes, CT said price didn't care about sessions that open, may neglect them on this break. That's what I thought too. So I had to act quickly, guys. Sorry, I was going to tell you guys that I was going to take the little push here, but when price started dropping and CT mentioned that the heat map was turning red, it was getting hot. It just gave me that, you know, the instinct to take the sell. So I took a sell right here on my DOM, got in, got out, made 1,000 off it. So I do think overall it's going to push down at least to here because I think it's going to hit TP. This 10-minute V3 hasn't failed me for like the past couple of weeks now. So it might not happen right now, but I think eventually it's going to push down and just hit its TP down here. So this trade's already done full TP. Turn that off. The only problem with price here is that it's, you know, there's the sessions right here. So this is the only thing that I'm like really worried about. And just a reminder, guys, those trades that I took, like the speculative ones that I just took right now and the one earlier this morning, they're not going to count towards results because they're not official trades. The only trades that we count in our results at the end of the week are you know, trades that we actually, that I told you guys I was taking. They're like official, like not these ones where I'm just hopping into trades and I'm making profit. None of those profits are going to be posted as like official profits or wins because they weren't the actual entries, right? Like this right here, this 10-minute, this is not going to count as a trade. Even though we're in this position and I'm dipping in and out of here and making profit, I'm not counting this as an official trade because it's not. I did mark it up and I told you guys I was going to take it. However, I wasn't telling you guys like, hey, this is a good trade, we should take it, etc. I just want to make that clear because I want to be 100% transparent with you guys because I always get people complaining about that. Just, you know, just to make sure that you guys understand that I am taking trades on my own, but they're not going to count. So here, let me just take a screenshot of my profits off that little move right there. All right, so my main account, locked in 1,010 off that, pretty solid. Here's my copier. Saw it as well. Here's my MFF. Damn, these profits have added up for today. Not just today, but for the week. Nice. Hopefully you guys are all having a great week, like a majority of us are. Because it's actually been a great week. The past couple of weeks have been kind of crappy because market's been slow. But this week has been super nice. I basically, because we didn't take very many trades for the past 2 weeks, this week kind of just made up for like those past 2 weeks. And that's what I was telling you guys. So if you guys were following me last week, I told you guys that, you know, you got to weather the storm and then the market will come back to how it was moving prior. You just got to withstand it. And I'm glad we withstood it because account's looking nice, all of them. All right, so I posted my profits right there in the group. See if I can show you guys over here. All right, so here's my profits right here. Sorry, it's not my profits. Here's the, sorry, let me check this real quick. No, I don't see any double body right here, Ruin. Not sure if you, which one you're looking at, but I don't see anything over here. Any of these. All right, so here are my profits right here. off that, made 1,000. Just a quick sell, right? I was just trying to catch you back down to the sessions. So 3,305 off this account. This is my copier, 2,960. Here's my MFF, logged in 3,800. My other MFF copier, 3,800. And then my fifth account right here, the TFF, 3,750. So pretty solid day so far. Professor said, will you repost your weekly profits with the last trade? Yeah, sure. Why not? So here are my thing. All right, so I'll put them in order. This is yesterday's. This was the one that I just showed you guys from today. And then let me just screenshot, let me just refresh this so it's updated. Let's see, all right, so we got that right there. All right, I'll just open it up right here. All right, Professor, so yeah, this is from yesterday. It was at 10,000 for that account. Here's one from the last trade earlier this morning. It was at 12,000. And then the trade that I just took right now is now at 13. So as you guys can see, you know, this is all real time. These are my copiers. These are the profits I'm making. It adds up. It's like you're taking one trade here and there. A lot of people don't like taking one trade for a smaller profit because they think, oh, it's not going to go anywhere. But I'm pretty sure it looks like it's going somewhere here because it does add up pretty quickly. So yeah, there's a thing right there, Professor. You know, this isn't me to show off to you guys. This is just me showing you guys that it should be motivation that you guys can do it as well. Like I'm doing this real time and live. If I'm doing this real time and live, you guys can easily follow along or do it, you know, just as well, if not better. Because a lot of you guys still do make more profit than me, which is fine. You know, it's no competition. We're all here to help each other, make sure everyone is on the same level and profitable consistently. So other than that, let me just give a little update here of this. Expect sell up running 30. Whatever. I don't know what happened to that. I just typed up something and it came off. I'm still looking at the chart, guys. It's right in between news price. There's nothing for us to take at the moment. It's weird. House is all messed up. Whenever I right click, it just kind of, something weird comes up. All right, so you guys have seen my profits right there so far. Again, I'm watching the charts, guys, but there's not much for us to do because it's right in between the news price, sessions, and opening price and other news price right here. Price is attempting to push up, but I think it'll come back down eventually at some point. It's just going to be a matter of time. But currently right now, if I update the areas of liquidity right here, price is really just ranging. And you definitely don't want to be trading where price is ranging. So like right here, price just keeps bouncing back and forth within, you know, this whole area of news price, opening price, and previous sessions. And I'll mark it up here on the clean chart so it's easy for you guys to see. I know it's a little bit difficult to see on the chart markups. But here's a clean chart right here. You guys can see price is literally just going back and forth between this whole area right here. So here's a high, here's a low, price is just bouncing back and forth. And here you can see prices coming right back down. At this point, I wouldn't really mess with it. Like I was trying to take a sell here for the 10-minute because I thought price was going to come back down, which I do think it's going to come down and at least hit TP. But this area right here is just not a good area to be trading in, because the last thing you want to do is get caught in price bouncing back and forth. Price can be easily manipulated from these areas here. The only reason I entered here is because price was below it already. So this candle right here broke below and it was below. So I just caught the last little push. And I wouldn't be surprised if it comes back down or retest as it comes down right here. Let's see, other than that, we had another question over here from, I think, Barack. Let me scroll up real quick to see what I missed. Talanji said, I caught it from the top when you said you think price will come down after the 5-minute hit TP. Nice work, Talanji. So you actually caught that straight from the top right here. So you caught it for even a better entry point. And it actually did exactly what we mentioned, right? Talanji, price came up right at that point where it hit TP, came right back down. So you made some pretty good profit off that. And here we go, as price comes back down to retest the sessions. It's too late for me to enter. I was kind of getting a little antsy. I was going to take the trade, but it's too late now. If I would have taken it right there, I would have made another 1,000. So there you go. As price pushes below again. It's all good. I missed it, but I'm pretty content with my profits for the day so far. So for the day so far, let me see where I'm currently at. So this whole number here changes. I'm actually a lot higher now. So 3305 plus 2960 plus 3800 plus 3800 off my other account plus 3750. So that's how much I'm at right now for the day. For the week so far, 13734, 15044, 14250, 170 plus 067. Wow. Now, what a week. Pretty pumped this week because that was pretty good. Yeah. It's crazy how much it added up. I didn't realize that I did that well this week. I thought this week was just okay, but I guess not. Let me scroll up real quick. Yeah, so Barack's asking about the mid-market reversal analysis. There's not really much of an analysis off that because there's no bias, right, Barack? There has to be a bias in order for there to be a real analysis off the mid-market reversal. So the thing with this here is that this is 57% short. So we do think overall it's going to be bullish. And I could kind of show you what I might see happening. I don't know if this is for sure going to happen, but this is probably what might be happening, because here's the thing. There's a couple of different factors that you want to look at. You want to look at where the trend is pushing for the day. There's no trend here, right? Price is literally just ranging. So price pushed up here and it came down, but as it came down, it's just going sideways. So there's no real direction for you to identify where the mid-market reversal is happening, right? What you have to look for is where price pushes from this point here. Once I get off this live at 8 o'clock, price is either going to push down and hit liquidity down here. And it's not really difficult, right? You're just looking for a direction. Mid-market reversal is exactly what it's called. It's a mid-market reversal. So you're looking at where price goes until mid-market, which is around 10 o'clock, right? So from market open, I feel like a lot of people they overcomplicate this like way more than they need to, but you're looking for a mid-market reversal. In order to get a reversal, you have to figure out where price was going prior to the reversal, right? Because reverse is just the opposite of what was happening. So like, for example, here, if price is pushing down and it hits mid-market reversal, where do you think price is going to go? It's going to go up, obviously, right? Because there's liquidity sitting up there. Vice versa, if price is going up and you get to the mid-market, where do you think price is going to get down? It's the mid-market reversal. It's going to reverse. It goes down. So I feel like a lot of people, they overcomplicate this theory like way more than they should. It's really just identifying where price is going. So like, for example, here, let me show you another example, right? So right here, it's 56% short, right? So retail traders are on the short side. Where do you think people are going to keep trading from now until mid-market? People are probably going to keep selling, right? Because they think price is going to keep dropping. If you view this from this angle, you're like, okay, price is trending down. It's going to have to keep going down, right? This is what everybody thinks. They're like, oh, price is trending down. It's never going to reverse. But this is what happens. Price will come down. It'll hit all the liquidity here. Once the liquidity is hit, what happens from that point? Price kind of consolidates And then once it hits mid-market, it reverses. So just keep that concept in mind, guys. Like there's other ways to of course, improve your odds of winning. But the thing is, the sentiment's not that high. You want this to be a little bit higher, like 60, 70, 80%, because if that's very high, you're going to get a big push to the downside. This might be a really slow push. It might go sideways, might drop a little bit, might come back up, drop back down, sideways, then reverse. So what you're really looking for is just what happens before the mid-market reversal, because it's probably gonna do the opposite once it gets down to that point. And there's no set time. It doesn't have to happen at 10. Like if this happens to hit all liquidity like right now, like say I get off this live, because I've seen this happen. I get off the live, hits liquidity like right then and there, like within the next hour. The mid-market reversal could happen at 9. It doesn't have to happen at 10. It doesn't have to happen at 11. It can happen at 9, 9:30, 10, anytime around that point. And then from here, you can probably watch it shoot all the way up. But what you're looking for is for the liquidity to get hit, because once it gets hit, it tends to reverse from there. Swelly's asking, do you think price will hit liquidity and at the bottom later today? Yeah, so just back to what I was just saying right now, Swelly. That's kind of what I see happening. I do see it hitting liquidity at some point. I don't know when it'll happen, but I think this is going to get hit at some point. And then later on, it's going to swing right back up. Other than that, let me scroll up real quick. Solange said, do you have any strategies for merging accounts? Do you think it's wise to have at least 2? Bro can literally just make money off your analysis. It's crazy. I know a lot of people here do make a lot of profits off my analysis. We have a lot of people here who don't apply K2, or they do apply parts of K2. They mix it with their strategies. So people have their own strategies and they use the K2 indicators to make them better. But literally you can just sit on these live sessions, listen to my analysis here and take trades off where I expect price to go, because it usually does go in that direction. Because I do take a full 360 analysis of the market. I look at fundamentals, I look at retail sentiment, I look at technicals. I'm not just looking at technicals like majority of other traders, because there's a lot of room to get faked out if you're just looking at technicals by themselves. Other than that, oh, sorry, I just saw your guys' question. So I'm just scrolling up. It looks like a lot of you guys were asking about my mid-market reversal analysis, and I just did it right now. So sorry, I just saw all of your questions right now. Other than that, thanks guys, thanks. I just saw your guys' messages here too for that there. Let's see if there's anything. Nice. Talandi said, LOL, I did it again off this 1 minute B3 off your analysis. Your analysis is A1. Nice, Talandi. I'm glad to see that you're profiting off all of these quick moves here. You probably took it off this sell right here, right? Quick sell, you cut it right back down. This is the sell that I was looking at too. It was one off the 10 right there. So if you guys are looking for trades, I think in the short term, sells would be good entries to take. Just short term, keep that in mind. Not long term. I think long term price is going to swing back up, but short term, if you see any good sells, I think it'd be solid. The only problem with it is that it's like right between this area here, so that's why you want to be a bit careful. But definitely, sells would be good for now. Wiguin said, new here. Where can we learn about the breakout strategy and learn about the V1, V2, V3? So I'm creating the new videos, guys, for those strategies. Those strategies are like, they're pending strategies because they're still new. We just started applying them a couple of weeks ago, or not a couple of months ago. But if you want to watch them and see the explanation, I explain them in every mentoring session. So if you guys are new here and you guys want to see where I explain the breakout, V1, V2, pretty much all the strategies, I have weekly mentoring sessions. So just go to the YouTube channel here. It's just youtube.com/K2trades. Go to videos right here. And all the videos with the green background right here are going to be our mentoring session. So you can go back and watch this one here. I know these past 2 ones, I went over them in detail. So I went over all the variations, went over examples, went over further questions to go deeper into like how they're explained and how they're applied. Just watch these past 2 or 3 mentoring sessions. So just go to the videos here. Everything here should be sorted by chronological order. These are all the live sessions from this week. And then here's mentoring session from last week. the mentoring session from the week before that, and then the mentoring session from the week before that. And just a reminder, I'm having another mentoring session tomorrow. So we go in, if you want to ask, like, I can show you live tomorrow. So tomorrow we're having a mentoring session at 9 o'clock. I might be on earlier. So if you want to be on the live or in the group, like maybe around 7 or 8, I'm probably going to start earlier because the market is going to be closed tomorrow. So if you go on the session tomorrow, I can go over it and I can literally show you breakout V1, V2, V3 real time on the chart. So if you can show up tomorrow, that'd be great. If not, I'm pretty sure someone else is going to ask the same question. So you can either watch these or watch the replay for tomorrow if you can't make it. Other than that, let's see. Thanks, Marlon. Thanks, Professor. B said, I got to make 200 pips before the end of the day for a retry. I hope it chooses a direction soon. Yeah, B, I would probably, I mean, for me personally, I would probably look for some sells here because I do think this is going to hit TP. So this is probably going to drop at some point from now until mid-market. But then later on, I think price is going to push up. So just FYI, just keep that in mind if you're looking to take trades. It's going to be a bit risky, but I do think price is going to push down and hit. I wouldn't just take any sell though. Just don't do that. Look for actual sells here. And if you see any sells, then yeah, take a sell, but don't just enter a trade for no reason. Make sure that you have an actual strategy indicating for you to take a sell. Gal, I just saw your message. Charles said, is the market open tomorrow? It's technically closed. The stock exchange is closed tomorrow, Charles, but the futures market is open. So price will probably be moving, but moving like snail movement, super slow. Yeah, exactly, Solange. Other than that, yeah, no, definitely, Maddie. Solange said, any emerging account strategy? I mean, there's no real strategy to emerging accounts, right? So whether you want to merge them or not, if you can handle the bigger account, then yeah, merge them. If you can't, then don't do it. It's just really up to, it's all up to preference, right? Like if you're going from trading a 50K account to like a 200K account, it's probably gonna mess with your mind. You're probably not gonna want to do that because you're gonna be stressed out from it. But if you're going from like, 100K to 200K, it should make a huge difference. You're just gonna see double profit. So it's just really up to you, Solange. It's all preference. For me, I don't like merging accounts because I'm not used to trading, 400K account. The profits look nice, but the drawdown is scary because I'm used to seeing like maybe like 1K drawdown. When you start to see like 3, 4, 5K drawdown, it starts to really mess with your mental. So I personally don't like it. I just copy my trades, which has been working fine for me. We go into appreciate the answer. Working tomorrow. We'll watch the replay and all the videos. Yeah, definitely. We can. And if you have any specific questions, just you can make a list of questions and then I'll answer them at the beginning of the session so that when you watch the session tomorrow, I can, you can just watch the beginning and you'll know exactly where your answers are. So if you can do that, I can do that as well. If not, you can just watch the live session. I'm sure a lot of your questions are going to be asked by a lot of the other new members who, join weekly. So no problem. Charles said, I don't even want to see 1K drawdown. Yeah, I know, same here. I don't like seeing drawdown at all. So for me, I think the 200K is a good sweet spot. All my accounts here are 200K. So I just take it off my main account here and everything just copies. So it's not really a big deal for me to merge them or not merge them. Maybe at some point I'll merge them, but I think at the moment I'm pretty content with what I got right now. Scotty just sent in his profits, locked in a total of 2,240. Nice work, Scotty. I'm going to send these over to the other group over here. And then I got to send them to the other group over here as well. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let me see if there's any other profits here to show you guys real quick. So John over here locked in a total of 7,285. Nice work, John. Yeah, you took another 1 minute V3 added to the day. Nice work. Other than that, let me see if there's any other profits here. Randy over here as well. Randy said, I still get scared of taking breakouts, especially for full TP. All of the strategies I took to full TP. So as you can see right here, Randy, he took the breakouts right here. He still made some pretty good profit. And then down here, you can see where he hit the green strip, where he trusted the strategy and he let them run. He made a total of 2,672. So nearly 3,000. So nice work, Randy. And then he actually took another one right here. He said, update, took 2 half lot sizes, done for the day, saw triple confluence coming up, it didn't play through, tried to re-entering, but was too close to the sessions. Definitely deserved a loss because of that. So here's like, Randy taking responsibility and taking accountability for his losses. He took 2 small losses here and he knew that these losses could have been avoided. He took them when they were near the sessions where I definitely do not trade. And unfortunately, he took some losses, but he's still in profit 2,322 for the day. So as long as you guys close out in profit at the end of the, at the end of the session, at the end of the day, end of the week, that's really all that matters, guys. So great work, Randy. And big props to you for taking accountability. I see a lot of people who post profits, but I don't see a lot of people who post losses, and I know people are losing. So, great work right there, Randy. And that's the only way to really be real with yourself, right? You guys can't grow if you guys don't want to be real with your progress. Rashida said, what slippage do you have on the copy? I believe mine is at 5. I set mine at 5 million. And this is only so price will, so it'll take every trade, even if like the spread is kind of wide. Professor here as well. Definitely. I'll read your message again later, Professor. I don't want to put you on the public, but I did see your, actually, it's nothing personal. I thought it was something personal. So let's see, Professor said, Sean, I just want to be accountable to you as my trading mentor. After several months with you, I'm finally getting disciplined. I have only taken the breakout and one back to open strategy based on a valid entry. This is the first week where I had no losses. This is 200K account. Looking to get past phase 1 next week. Nice. Yeah, no, and you'll definitely get there, Professor, if you keep it up, because he's up 11,520. He just needs to make, you don't even need to make that much more, Professor. You need 20,000 total minus 11,520. You just need 8,480 more. So it'd be good. So definitely great work right there, Professor. Keep it up. Maddie over here. Nice. So Maddie, in total for this week, he took only 5-minute entries, locked in a total of 199 points, which is 1,999 or 1,990 pips for a total profit of 5,440. Nice work, Maddie. That's really what it is, guys. Keeping on point with the accountability. Charles over here as well, locked in a total of 673. So great work, Charles. Other than that, I think that's it right now. Barack over here as well, locked in a total of 2,008. So great work, guys. So great work all around. Let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. Gal said we don't lose over here, LOL. I know most of the time we don't. Talanji City, I'm hoping slippage would save me if anything crazy happens. Yeah, same here, Talanji. Ruin said, got to roll. As always, thank you, Sean and K2 fam. See you all tomorrow. Market might be volatile the hour before market opens, so be careful if you trade pre-market. Yeah, which is I agree. Also, it's going to be a holiday tomorrow, guys, so just FYI. It's past 8, guys, so I think that's it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out through email or through Telegram. Otherwise, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll see if we're going to have a live session. If not, we'll just start the mentoring session early. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow as we wrap up the trading week. So have a great rest of your morning, guys.